Hi guys, welcome to another arcade afternoon. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've unfortunately been a little bit poorly. We had the COVID vaccine, if you watch my last fitness video, and yeah, it's funny saying fitness video, and the vaccine hit me pretty hard. So yeah, I've been a little bit out of commission. Still not feeling great either today, but it's time for some content, guys. You've waited long enough and I need to get some stuff done. So we're going to be looking at Pac Man today. Now, there are different variations of Pac Man on this. Obviously, I've only typed in the word Pac, and you've got this weird Pacland game, which I've never played before, but obviously you're playing as Pac Man. So we're going to look into that first, because we do have the original Pac Man, but I just wanted to go over some of the variations, because I personally haven't played any of these. Now, it's quite interesting. Obviously, we've got the Midway Legacy cabinet that we covered recently, and, you know, that is a thing that's coming out. I believe it's out in America, and, yeah, I mean, as you heard from my video before, I'm really not that bothered, to be honest, but, let's have a look at this. So, okay, so it's like a jumping. Wow, this is weird. Jesus. Okay. This is really odd. This feels like a Super Mario type of Pac-Man, really. Really odd. Oh, he seems to speed up, okay. Okay, this is quite cool. Whoa. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Just make sure you're getting all of this, guys. It's very interesting. The graphics are quite crisp. So it's just pushing to the right and then jumping. So, okay, that's interesting. It's interesting. We'll play to a credit or two. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but this seems like something that I think my partner would like. Pac-Man actually scares her, which is hilarious to me. It's because the ghosts chase her and she hates it. It's quite funny. But apologies for my voice in this, guys, if I sound awful, because I do feel awful. It's taking all my energy to actually try and play this. Screen's a bit dirty. I don't know if you can see the screen, but I need to give it a wipe. Oh, jump, yeah. Can't even see the jumps, what's going on? Whoa. I think I can eat them there. Break time. Oh, this is break time, that's quite funny. Let's give the screen a wipe. This makes it really obvious that there's that thing underneath the monitor that I need to clean, but this is pretty fun. Oh, Jesus. So the logs are spinning me back, so it makes it hard to time the jump. And yeah, unfortunately, I haven't really been playing anything. I tried, but with the COVID vaccine, my head's been all over the place, and any sort of motion that I've been watching has been making me feel really ill. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but I'm still pretty done in. Okay, didn't see the ramp. Okay, yeah, we'll call it a day. That's cool though. That's cool. I like that. That's Pacland, by the way, guys. Look at that Pacland. So that's cool. So we'll cover a few games today. I know there's a couple of different Pac-Man variations, so we will look at those today. Unfortunately, you've got to search them by name, so I might even miss a few, because if they don't have Pac-Man in the name, then I might be in trouble. So let's just go with Pac, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so we've got Ms. Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man Part 1, which looks the same, just a different screen ratio, and a different language. Zola Pac. It's weird. I might just play Miss Pac-Man Part 1, to be honest, that looks better. Then we've got Junior Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man, which is the original, and Pac-Man again, which that looks like Pac-Man Junior. Okay, so yeah, we'll have a playthrough. Let's have a look. So let's start with Miss Pac-Man. She's top of the list. We'll just do the one that doesn't look like a foreign version or variation. But yeah, this is so again, this is my multicade, guys. And the reason again, I have this rather than the Pac-Man that came out by Arcade 1UP is just due to the fact that it's just more economically viable to have multiple games in one cabinet, because the Pac-Man cab is just one cab. So I know it's got a couple of games on there, but this has 3,188 games, and so far none of them have been bad. I know it's running off a Pandora's box, but it's quite a reliable Pandora's box. And yeah, it just makes more sense for me to grab most of the games on one cab. Whoa, shite. To have them on one cab and just do it that way. Realistically, it makes more sense to me. But yeah, they all play well. That's the thing. I can't fault it. The only issue we're having with Pac-Man is not the emulation, it's the actual control setup. So basically, this stick is a fight stick. So it's got the 8 points, 8 clicks. It's an 8-click stick, rather than the 4 directionals that you really need to play Optimum Pac-Man. So obviously with the 4 directions, what I mean by that is, most of you probably know, but you can go up, down, left and right. The 4 directions you need to move as Pac-Man, or Miss Pac-Man in this case. Now, with the 8 stick, it actually makes it quite difficult. You've got to kind of flick the stick, and if you're not accurate, you might not turn in the direction you want to turn in, and if you don't turn in that direction, you're basically effed. So yeah, you've got to make sure you hit them. So you've got to be better at this game with an 8 stick to time the turn to get them on point, otherwise you're going to get screwed over. And yeah, and then you're going to fail at Pac-Man, which isn't great. I'm actually doing alright as Miss Pac-Man. I think normal Pac-Man kicks my backside, but doing alright. Act 1, cool. Oh, they me. That's a little romance story. I've never played Miss Pac-Man, I've only played the original, so this is kind of cool. So you can see my fat head in the reflection. This is cool, guys, I like this. I'm not a pro at Pac-Man by any stretch of the imagination. It's just fun to play on occasion. It's quite an easy pick up and play game, so if you haven't really got anything or you just want to kill a few minutes, I think it's a cool one. See, I missed the direction there. I think it's just a cool one to play. Cornered me. I think it's just a fun one to play. And I was watching Pixels the other day with Adam Sandler, and that's cool as hell. So that made me want to play all the retro games all over again. So that's Miss Pac-Man. So yeah, it's there. So I've got to do the search again. This is one thing that I have found that is a little annoying with this. If you search for a game, like we just did, and then we come back to it, it doesn't take you back to this list. So you then have to search the list again, and you have to find where you were on the list. It's all a little bit... It's just not convenient, but Junior Pac-Man. Yeah, see, that looks the same as... So that's obviously the original. This Pac-Man looks like Super Pac-Man. That is another thing with this. They have a lot of duplications, so we're just going to go through them. But, okay. So we did Miss Pac-Man. Got Junior Pac-Man. Let's have a look at that. Obviously, the duplications I'm not going to go over because I'm going to bore you in this video. But... And again, I'm not promoting this. I'm just these are games that I can play because of these cabinets. And you know, if this is of any interest to you guys, you know, you can play it. I'm letting you know if it's good or not. It's kind of a review, and it's kind of something fun for me to do. Like, I would really like to stream games. Like, that would be cool. But you know, I'm kind of doing this for me, and if people enjoy it, people enjoy it. I'm happy about that. Oh, I didn't get to the bubble thing. Yeah, so this one's a bit weird in the fact that I'm assuming it's based on the original, but the map is huge. Like, you're going through the maze, and then you've got this bike thing. Like, you've got to go around all of this. Like, Christ. Long. It's long. This is hard. The map is huge. Like, they could have extended the screen as well, so I'm not sure why they haven't done that on this. Maybe it's just the way you're meant to play the game. Which is fine. Oh my god. Yeah, the stick. You can see the stick's playing up there. That's causing me some issues. Ah! That was close. Yeah, my partner Jen, who you would have seen in some of the other videos, this game scares her because the ghosts chase her. It's quite funny. So yeah, I'm not doing so well on this one. Junior Pac-Man, it's not the one. But it's Junior, you're never going to be good as your dad, are you? Really? Especially when you're Pac-Man. You're actually a half-eaten pizza, let's be honest. But yeah, I watched that arcade, I think it's called High Score on Netflix. That was really good. I'd definitely recommend giving that a go, guys. But yeah, so these are all the Pac-Man games you get. I mean, obviously with the Pac-Man cabinet for Arcade 1-Up, you get pretty much the same package. You might even get less. It might even be a game less, actually, saying that. I'd have to double check what's on the list, but I don't actually know. That was close. But yeah, I'm not really playing these because I'm the best at these. I'm just playing these because I enjoy these. I enjoy retro games, and I'm just sharing them with you. You know, it's not a show-off thing. It's a case of, you know, this is what Arcade 1-Up's got out at the moment, and obviously you could buy a one cabinet, which is cool. But personally, for me, if I'm going to buy one cabinet that has 1 or 2 games on it, I want it to be the original. I want it to be the original cabinet. So like my Area 51 cab that you would have seen before, that's actually behind me right now. That's an original, and that's what makes it so freaking cool. But if I'm just going to buy a brand new, smaller version of Pac-Man just to play a couple of games of Pac-Man, and it's just, the games are going to have to really interest me. Like, as you probably know, I'm only really at the moment looking for shooting gun games, so Time Crisis, Evil Dead 2, or Evil Dead 1 or 3 even, but anything like that, Terminator, shooting games are what I'm interested in for the original cabs. But if Arcade 1-Up redo them, I'll look at them. I'm not interested in Big Buck Hunter. I've got no interest in shooting animals. I love animals, and that game just seems a bit weird to me. I've never been into hunting games. I mean, I would hunt the occasional animal maybe on Far Cry, but I don't know, a game that's solely about that just seems a bit off to me. It's definitely an American thing. I mean, I get we got to hunt to eat food and stuff if you want to, you know, eat meat, but I don't know, just the game seems a bit, whoa. Game seems a bit silly to me. I'm not interested in shooting animals. I'll shoot humans, happily, and I'll shoot zombies. And aliens, or alien zombies as they are on Area 51. I'm happy doing that. Really happy doing that. So yeah, if they bring them out, which I believe they will with Arcade 1-Up, then that's going to be a big hit with me, and I can't wait to get my hands on those. Currently on Arcade 1-Up, I have the second highest score. I still haven't, and I've got the third highest score. I'm still on number 1 on my own game, so I don't know whether that was a pre-built score in there, or is that someone who played it before me when it was actually in the arcade, because I got it from an arcade itself. So yeah, but hopefully I'll get a high score on that soon. And unfortunately, doing the footage for that is really hard because it's an old CRT monitor. It's yeah, it doesn't record very well, so you've got that aspect there. But let's jump on to normal Pac-Man for you guys, just so you can see the full overview. And as I say, like, this is also good for me because I'm exploring retro games that I maybe hasn't necessarily played. Because, you know, obviously I played Pac-Man, but I haven't played Miss Pac-Man or Junior Pac-Man or even Pacland. You know, I didn't even know that was a thing. So let's give the original a whirl. I know the sound's really good on this, so yeah, we'll have to do that. One player. But yeah, the gun games is what I'm excited about coming out. I actually quite like the idea of their Pong, their 4-player Pong. That looks insane. I really like that. It's got a really 80s looking feel. I don't know, it just feels like that would be a really fun game to play. to have people around and play that. I don't know, it's old school. It's virtual air hockey, isn't it? That's what I worked out the other day, was that Tetris is, Pong is just air hockey. It's virtual air hockey. They're the core, aren't they? Jesus, I always thought Pac-Man was faster. But yeah, the Pong table looks good. It's going to be too expensive, I think, for me, for what it is. But that might make an appearance. We've made some room now in our games room. We don't have the sofa in here anymore. Don't even know if you can hear me over this, but this is a lot harder than the other Pac-Man. So, yeah. But got a few dots left. Let's just see if I can get those. But yeah, if you can hear me over this, yeah, that's the caveat, is that they've got that Pong table coming out. We've got some room now. I was looking to get an arcade driving machine or maybe another gun game. Bang, 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 bang. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they come out with. At the moment, it seems a little bit quiet. I don't know why, but it's all been about that legacy cab, and I've got no interest in it. I love Mortal Kombat, but I've got no interest in that cabinet. Just like I've got no interest in getting the Pac-Man cab now, because I've got Pac-Man. So, yeah, for me currently, there are a few companies that do this, not just arcade geeks, but, you know, that's the situation. Is there's plenty of people out there now making cabinets like these that, you know, okay, this was, I think, 650, I think it was, but you got 3,188 games in it. So, you know, I mean, if you can make it yourself, you could probably do it cheaper, but, you know, it's just an extra option. You've got Arcade 1UP out there. They are making affordable cabs, but you're getting very limited licensed games on there. So it depends what you want, but I'm more after the retro machines. If I'm going to buy a single machine, then it's going to be a retro machine. But yeah, as you can see, there's all the Pac-Mans there for you guys. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you on the next one, or you'll see me on the next one more likely, as I covered before. And yeah, stay healthy. Peace.